Retro.
And welcome everybody to a trailer episode of the Animanicast.
We can do this in a calm and professional manner or zany antics. Antics! Antics! Cue the antics!
And welcome everybody once again to the Animanicast. This is the only podcast, of course, that is dedicated to a little show called Animaniacs, as well as other shows within the Rugerverse of shows, such as Tiny Toon Adventures, Pinky and the Brain, and of course, Freakazoid. And today is a day that I know a lot of fans of Animaniacs have been waiting for a long time. The trailer for the Animaniacs Season 2 reboot was released, and we are here to discuss it. I am Joey, and joining me once again is my brother Nathan.
We're so meta, the shark jumped us.
Why don't you try that one more time?
No, it's perfect.
Okay, moving on. See,
I don't think I can say that any better.
I try to give him more than one take, folks, but he just says, no, that was perfect.
Cut it, print it, good.
Out the door. Well, yes, it's me and Nathan. We're here. We're here to talk about the trailer. I said it was today in my little talk right there, but actually it was a few days ago. But, you know, whatever.
And when you're listening to it, it's even further days
exactly.
ago.
But, you know, it was close enough. We're talking about it today. That's the important thing. Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Kelly can't join us this morning, but when we're recording, you know. But you know, we're here, and you're here, and
yeah,
isn't that?
And she saw it. We have notes from her.
Oh,
so
yes. We'll share Kelly's thoughts.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she will be heard.
This is to entice you to stay listen. Keep listening.
All right, Kelly fans, stay tuned. Well, so this is the trailer came out. I think the best thing to do to start things off would probably be to just go ahead and Nathan and I will watch it, and you guys can listen along, and then we'll see what it all breaks down to in just a moment. So here we go. We're going to watch this trailer.
Oh, hello. Based on your recent search terms, how to make friends, funny things to look at, and harmless dinosaurs, the following ad was tailor-made just for you.
You're welcome, America.
Roll it.
Let the games begin!
Are you not entertained? Who are these things?
Not a Hulu subscriber, I'm guessing. We'll get you a 7-day free trial.
You have been shopping with my phone again.
No, we haven't.
Then who bought the industrial meat grinder?
What?
Brain, have one of these delicious astronaut ice creams.
Pinky, that's a kitchen sponge.
Oh, that explains why I've barely had to use the bathroom. We can do this in a calm and professional manner or zany antics. Antics! Antics! Cue the antics! Brain, what are we going to do tomorrow night?
Try to take over the world.
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Johnny, sweetie, relax. We're jesters. We jest. Hey, Sims! We're so meta that the shark jumps us! We're Animaniacs, totally insane, back again, Animaniacs!
Oh, Pinky, when's the last time you bathed?
It's Stinky and the Brain.
November
Very cool.
5th. There we
November
go.
5th. One thing I just wanted to point out there, I don't know if this is something that Hulu is putting into the beat or something to kind of pump it up a little bit, but you almost hear like I'm actually wondering if they pumped up the theme song or changed it at all. because just the sound of it.
Gamey?
Well, just no, not that part.
Okay.
I'm talking about the music itself. It might just be Hulu.
I think it's for the trailer, though. Yeah.
Yeah, listen to this.
Totally insane.
Just that bass, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we got some clapping going on.
Yeah, so I'm going.
They did change it once for this Halloween one, so it could just be one episode where they have like a
dance remix.
Yeah, or something, for some reason.
Yeah, sure, why not? Well, at any rate, so Nathan and I, before we started, going over the trailer here, recording, we reviewed the synopses once again of the episodes, which are so vague, it's kind of hard to tell, like, we can pinpoint where each little part is.
Yeah, we're like, we know which episode. Some of them we can kind of guess.
Yeah, some you can, and others
really good idea of which episode it is, and some it's just, there's no way of knowing.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just go ahead and go through the trailer again real quick. We're going to kind of stop and start it as we go, and we'll just see what we got here, okay? So starting off with the Warner sitting down in their director's chairs talking to the audience about...
This might be when they apologize. It says the Warners apologize. Could be for that one.
That could make sense. I mean, they're talking directly to the audience, but so is Yakko right here when he's talking about, based upon what you like, and they show Starbucks and Cindy right there, her pulling him out of the toilet, and he's covered with hair and
fecal matter, maybe
fecal matter, perhaps. So I know some people in our Discord were saying, I hope they get rid of the gross out stuff. And
there's going to be some, because this is obviously in the toilet a second ago.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you can have your own interpretation of what that stuff all over Starbucks is, but whatever it is, it's pretty gross. I don't think that they toned down. I think it would be lucky if they toned down the grossness of this season. I like I was saying to the people on Discord, it looks like the first and second season were pretty much developed at the same time, like just in one. Like all the writers, and like they didn't really. They could do some
changes in post after per season,
right? And it looks like they may have, and I'll get to that in a moment once we get to that slide, because something was a little confusing when I saw the trailer. So we'll go ahead. So, Yakko's showing that. He's showing a guy with a
Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin with an arrow in his head? No, I don't know. I like that picture of the dinosaurs that he shows, because it looks kind of almost claymation-ish. The way that
it has feathers, which dinosaurs had feathers.
True.
So
well, at least one of them did. And then kind of a...
Sistine Chapel kind of thing. Yeah, we did an episode like that already in the original
seen
series.
It. Okay, Warner's back on their chairs, and then they show a UFO blasting off into space. There's a few space-related episodes, this one, so it could be a lot of different things.
I think this Nero.
Yeah, Nero. Getting to Nero. This is the part that...
Getting to Nero, all about yo.
Well, I this is the part that I was like, I wonder if they made some changes here, because of course in the New York Comic-Con panel, Jess was making it sound like this was going to be a Donald Trump caricature. Maybe there still is a Donald Trump thing, but it really kind of hinted in the panel that it was going to be Trump, remember?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh gosh, not another Trump thing, which it makes sense for Donald Trump to be kind of a Nero-ish kind of, as Rome burns, he plays his fiddle, or stuff like that. But it looks like they may have done a post change with that, at least. Getting rid of, maybe. I mean,
it seems like a short time, even like the 2 months or whatever.
Well, I mean, it could happen. I mean, we saw an episode before it was released.
That's true.
And the ending was completely different. Or at least it was modified. Like a lot of the stuff that we saw in that, I guess you could say, practice episode was different. And it's, if Jess wasn't, doing the voice of Nero, then they may have done a Trump voice the first time through, and then months later just recorded some other person doing it in Nero voice as a different, just a generic Nero voice, because he doesn't really look or sound like a real political person. So, like in real life, So I don't know. Interesting. We'll see if we can figure out what Jess is.
It's probably going to be some, because even if you cut out the voice, there's still going to be some similarities. I'm guessing
that is true.
Likes gold and things like that, or something. Like wants my name on everything, and
that is.
And maybe
true.
they're just doing caricature of him without doing the voice of him. Like
that is a very good point. So maybe he still is a lot like Trump in a lot of ways, which that would, good point. All right, so moving on, we got some tigers, and they're going to chase the Warners, but then Dot uses a laser pointer to attack Nero, which that was kind of cute. There's the "Are you not entertained?" little bit right there, which is the Gladiator reference talked about in the New York Comic Con panel.
We have the mythical creatures.
Yep, the mythical creatures. It looks like Noah is leaving them behind.
Yeah, and we've got like Hades' three-headed dog, and we've
Cerberus,
got
I believe is her dog's name, right?
The Hydra with the multi-heads and
something that kind of looks like an egg, which is brought into later. I think when Dot busts through the door, she was holding an egg. I don't know if that's it looks like a big Easter egg. I don't know what's going on in that corner, but
that's episode 12 of season 2. So I was like, which one is that one?
Well, see, and then it shows the Warners piloting the ship, which to me doesn't make quite sense with what just happened. Like, I thought the Warners were supposed to be saving the mythical creatures or something.
Well, it doesn't mean that they're the ones driving
They're the ones that took
and
off.
then also they may be doing a very bad job at it because there aren't any mythical creatures around anymore. So maybe it's trying to explain.
To me, it looks like this is almost at the end of the episode or something, like they take over the ship. But I don't know. That's just a guess. All right. A woman pointing at the Warners.
And saying, who are these? Or what are these?
And then Yakko says, hey, she's not a Hulu subscriber. We'll give you a 7-day trial.
This one could be the one where they're related to the CEO, maybe? I don't know. Just as a random. It could be anything, though.
We got an elephant going through the Warner Brothers lot. And then what looks like it could be the same scene with Scratch and Sniff opening the door to the tower, because it is nighttime outside. It looks like the Warners have just been buying everything. Maybe they bought an elephant. And he's kind of showing them he's talking about a meat grinder and stuff, right? And what did he say? What does he say here about his phone? He says something about like,
who's been using my phone? And they're saying, in the episode, he's supposed to teach him a lesson about lying. So.
Yes. So there you go. And
they're
playing
a song. No.
yeah, hopefully. I don't know. But they are playing a weird game. It's like a Hungry Hippos game, but the gag is, out of context. It's hard to figure out who it is. It's money, and it's people trying to eat the money instead of Hungry Hippos. So we'll have to see what social commentary that's all about. We'll just see.
Funny. Capitalism.
Okay, so who ordered the industrial meat grinder, and they can't.
Clearly, I bet it was Wacko because he's using one.
I bet. That was that one. When I first saw it, it did make me chuckle a little bit. That was cute. So the Pinky the Brain in outer space, and him talking about the space food, which at first looks like maybe like a big piece of cheese. And the Brain has a huge bump on his head for some reason.
Yeah, something happened. Except in the scene, I think where he says "ooh," I think it's clear. It's like out of context.
Oh yeah, they just kind of jumped around a little bit.
Yeah, I think like after
when he says
and then he says yuck.
No bump on his head.
Back and he says that's a sponge. But
yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Clearly, at least I hope that's not the how the scene goes, because that would be
otherwise it's a big mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another one that made me chuckle, like saying, "Oh, that's why I haven't been going to the bathroom." It's because he keeps eating a sponge. It's very unhealthy. Don't eat sponges, kids.
Yeah, it's true.
Yakko doing a spit take, and then they're showing
Thaddeus Plots
on the wall. Boingy boinging all over the place. What looks to be a dictator. I know
that could be Brain becoming a dictator.
Yeah, Brain wants to become a dictator. So
that might be the Brain.
Oh, wow. He got big. There is a Benjamin Franklin episode.
So this next one where they're saying, should we do Zany Antics or normal or something.
Normal things.
I'm guessing this might be the Benjamin Franklin Apprentice episode. They look like they could be.
Yeah, they're wearing colonial outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Xantix. That was another cute moment, I thought. Showing the Thundercats thing, and then showing, no, that egg is different. If that's the egg that was from the beginning, if that even was an egg, then this is a different egg. Dot is holding an egg. It's a purple egg, and they are angry, except for Yakko. Yakko and Dot are angry. But they're opening up the door to bring in an egg. I don't know. Noah's Ark. It looks like the Noah's Ark has been through a bunch. Like there's pieces of the ship that are missing.
Yeah, I'm guessing because the mythical creatures are so big and things like that, I'm guessing there's going to be issues with that. So we got the Earth being slapped by the sun. Is that right?
I think that might be the Earth. I mean, it might be global warming.
Red. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a planet.
Yeah, it could be global warming.
But there is a song, I believe, right? I think it's a song about the history of the Earth. And this could be part of that history of the Earth song with the Earth getting slapped by the sun. We all know that happened. It's all in our history books. But
yeah, history of the world. It could be.
History of the World Part 2 is coming out. Did you see that?
It's a TV show.
Brooks. Yeah. Woo. I'm excited about that. Although very curious to see, because History of the World Part 1 could not be made today. There's a lot of very things that are outdated comedic things. So I'm curious to see what they do in this Hulu special, especially because Mel Brooks and TV have not traditionally done well together. Like, there was the Spaceball cartoon series. Have you seen any of that?
No.
Oh, I was really kind of looking forward to it. Mel Brooks even did the voice of, like, Scroob and Yogurt. And it was so unfunny. I could not watch more than 1.5 episodes. I think they showed it on Spike TV or something like that.
Is that a cartoon, I'm guessing?
It's a cartoon, and it's bad.
Is that what the TV show is going to, the History of the World?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't see the movie, so I'm not like super excited or, like whatever.
Well, I know Nick Kroll is going to be involved in it, so, that could be good or bad depending on your opinion about things like Nick Kroll and Big Mouth and things like that. But we'll see. Anyway, so we have the Warners once again back in the Roman times, ducking so they don't get their heads chopped off and their swords get cut. This part right here with Pinky the Brain, where the brain is saying, I'm going to take over the world in like a ice or
crystal of some sort.
Crystal, almost like a geode, because it's see-through. I don't know. Do you have any idea what that might be?
I don't know. Like, it looks like they're on like a university, or they could be like in a, maybe it's Miss Universe pageant. I don't know.
Yeah, the descriptions of the Pinky the Brain ones were pretty vague in this one, so it's kind of hard to tell. That one
might be the one where Pinky needs to get money to save the brain. And
maybe. It looks like they're at a university, though, doesn't it, when they're walking around?
They're definitely not conjoined. They're not mouse snapped. I don't know. It could be. And they're not in the 60s. I don't know.
Well, they might be. Who knows?
I know. It's like
that's a 60s episode. That's what we're going to say. It's the 60s episode. Next one right here shows King John being sat on by Yakko.
For the Magna Carta, you think?
Yeah, it must be the Magna Carta one, because King John, as we figured out before recording today, signed the Magna Carta. Like, so anyway, Magna Carta, moving on. We jest. They took off their clothes at one point here. Let's see what kind of clothes they were wearing.
Wearing clothes underneath. Yeah,
there was like
kind of like before.
Kind of like
they looked like they were wearing like the Beatles or something.
No,
they're
that's it's like grunge-ish kind of.
Yeah,
or
so maybe they're
not
like,
even grunge, but like more like
Nirvana or something. But
yeah, I don't know. But Wacko has like Justin Bieber hair, like Yakko too. So. And Dot, I just think it's kind of like just rock star clothing. Like, see how they have a lightning strike across their shirt?
But it looks like they got like, maybe I'm thinking they had like parachute pants, but I think they're just taking off their pants.
That's just Yakko's natural baggy-ish pants that he's wearing, but they're blue. But yeah, they look like they're in a band or something like that. Anyway, they took their
It's
clothes
definitely
off.
the same episode where they ask, "Who are these people?" And
Yes.
they say, "Oh, like, get
It's
them
the
a
same
Hulu
set.
description."
Right.
So maybe that is the one where the Yakko. Oh wait, no, where the Warners don't know what something is.
Maybe.
That could be any of these.
So the Warners run away from Nero. Dot pulls down a switch, which may or may not have anything to do with the explosion
Probably not.
in Rome.
I think that one is an explosion in a Pinky in the Brain episode. 'cause
Really?
it
That looks like
the same.
that looks like Rome to me. That looks like buildings
Maybe.
in ancient Rome, but I could be wrong.
I thought it looked like the same background of his brain getting smashed by a Geo.
It did, and that it does too. Like but I don't know.
It could, yeah.
Oh, but then there's Pinky right there. Like that. There's a
lot
question.
in
Where
this
did this
trailer.
explosion
Yeah.
come from? Did the explosion come from Dot? Probably not. It probably came from Pinky. So yeah, maybe it's in that same geode one. You're right. He's making
Pinky just lit a giant fire from trying to grill. It's kind of hard to say what he was grilling because
Hot
they're
dogs?
completely, they're complete crisp now.
Yeah,
They look like
okay.
chili peppers now.
The Thundercats 80s Cats thing is shown. Yakko in a spaceship, and then the dogs eating
Giant
homework.
magic dogs.
Yeah,
I don't
giant
know.
magic dogs with wizard hats on, with
Probably
what
on a
looks to
different
be-
planet.
But yeah, but look in the background. It looks like almost like hills of Warner faces.
It
Doesn't
looks
that
like
kinda
this
look like-
could be part of a song, is my
Yeah,
guess.
it must be.
And it must be Yakko explaining the history of the world when it was created by magic dogs.
I guess it could be. I mean, yeah, but also it just looks like another planet completely. Like the Yakko hills in the background are very interesting to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Almost like a-
It makes me hopeful for a song.
Yeah, that definitely
And
looks like it's
so-
part of a song. It
Yeah.
doesn't look. Some people are saying, "Oh, it's the smaller than that song," and it's like I don't remember
No.
anything about magic dogs eating homework in that song. So I do not think we're getting that song this season, which is unfortunate. They mentioned fleas in that song, but that's about it. The brain right there holding a piece of jewelry. It almost looks like the necklace that's in the what's that one animated film with the mice with Ms.
Frozen.
Yes, the Frozen.
Anastasia.
No, it's well, you're getting closer because it's a Don Bluth production. It's with mice, and it's people know what it is.
Rescuers Down Under. Rescuers.
Hang on. This is people are already screaming at their. It's Don Bluth. I'm going to type. Watch this. Don Bluth, mice, and then it should show up. It's Mrs. Brisby, and Mrs. Brisby was in The Secret of Nim. That's the thing I'm trying to think of. Yeah,
I never
Good
saw
cart-
it.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it in many years. Anyway, he's laughing with that necklace thing. Dot had like a
Phoenix.
a phoenix behind her. I was going to say like a Pokemon or something behind her, but no. A phoenix behind her shooting the arrow. I have zero idea. That might be
It could be anything. Because
Anything.
it may not have to do at all with the episode.
yeah. This one could be Christopher Columbus, perhaps, with the
Yeah.
shark jumping them. He is holding a trident, so I guess that could also have something to do with the mythological creatures one. But the shark jumps them, and he goes, "The shark jumps us."
Yep.
We're so meta. Yep. And then it goes to the thing, we're back again, season 2. And that's it. Okay. The end. Oh, wait, not the end, because there's a bonus thing with Stinky in the Brain.
Yeah.
And there's
That one, I have no idea what that one, they could be an ISIS,
Yeah.
ISS or something.
Yeah. They're in ISIS? What? No.
ISIS. No, they may be on the space station or something.
All right. Well, so, some good stuff right there. What did you think about the trailer, Nathan?
I think there's promise. I think it's promising. And I'm glad it didn't give too much away. I hope those aren't the best jokes because I want to see the best jokes when I watch this show. So,
And yeah, me too. I hope those are definitely not the best jokes. Although I did chuckle,
I'm not saying that they were bad jokes.
I did have a few moments.
I don't like when trailers give away the best jokes. So,
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, oh, I hit that. That was the highlight of the whole season, and they just showed
Yeah.
it in the trailer. Yeah, I think there should be some stuff that's good. Yeah, I agree. I'm hopeful, but again, my expectations are in check. You know, I like I said before, I know that this season was developed a lot during the same time of the first season, so I'm kind of expecting
so expect about the same as season 1. But although we have heard
better.
lots of things, and we've only heard season 2 is better. No one has ever said like season 2 is worse. I've not heard that at all from anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
what was I think I'm going back into my memory banks of what our sources were saying, and they were saying that Steven really liked the stuff that he was seeing, especially in season 2.
Yeah.
So there we go. So if that means anything, if that word is to be trusted, then good. What did Kelly say?
Oh, Kelly, she said so much. She has this long. I'm gonna read this. I don't want to mess up her quote.
Oh yes.
She said, "I had a good feeling about it, at least." So that's good. And that's without even seeing any Steven Spielberg in there. So that's really good. That's high marks. So there you go.
Well, we had some good comments here from our patrons over at patreon.com/Animanicast. These people are so lucky. They're getting not only bonus audio of us just talking about nonsense, but of course they're getting the commentaries with Tom Ruger. We're going over every episode of Animaniacs, and it's super fun. But let's go and see what they got here. We got Anthony Hoffman. Anthony said, "It just looks like more of the same," which I don't know if that's good or bad for Anthony, but
yeah, I mean, the season 1 did great. I mean, for Hulu, so. If it's more of the same, I think the Hulu will be quite happy. I think lots of people will be very happy. So,
well, the Cartoon Gamer said, "I like it. I really enjoyed the first season, so I'm hoping this one is even better. It's nice to see Scratch and Sniff right off the bat, and Pinky the Brain segments seem to be as strong as they were last time. The snippets that made me laugh include the astronaut bit and the shark jumping joke." Tamara, perhaps.
Ask her Tamara.
I will. Okay, maybe not. She says, "I like the trailer. It looked more better than the first one. I'm surprised to see a picture of Mr. Plotz, which it was in the first season."
Yeah, we had Mr. Plotz in the first. So.
Just more prominent this time. And it would be really nice if they actually did have him. Like, I don't want him to be dead. If he's just up there and just like, you can only assume that Plotz died, which that's sad.
It's sad.
Or at least explain like he retired. Like they said, Hello Nurse is off in Africa, saving people or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it also looks like there's going to be a Noah's Ark episode, which is good because I do remember in the original Animaniacs when they had some Bible segments. I was a little disappointed they didn't have any holiday segments. Obviously, in the first run, they had like a very religious one with going to the manger and everything, which is, I would not expect them to do anything like that necessarily. But but Old Testament stuff is usually it's fair game for most people. And stuff.
You
like
could do Greek mythology. You could do Old Testament. It's just...
Those are just considered like just general stories that you can tell. But it was Anyway, MJ Harley says, "I thought that the trailer looked decent. I have been enjoying the reboot so far, and I hope that season 2 is even better. For the things I wasn't too crazy for, I wish that they would tone down the meta humor a bit with the Warner segments. Like the shark jumps us line was a tad cringy, I'm not going to lie. And seeing Dr. Scratch and Sniff with sharp teeth is a little off-putting. But, I thought that was okay, I guess, just because it was showing that he was angry. He didn't really have sharp teeth that much. But anyway.
Yeah.
As for the things I enjoyed, I love seeing Pinky and the Brain in their spacesuits, and their banter is still as strong as ever. Yakko riding in the same spaceship from Yakko's universe was a nice reference. And the Warners look adorable in their jester outfits. Obviously, they're saving all of the great moments for when season is released. So even though the trailer is fine, I'm still excited for the new season." And that was pretty much our thoughts. Like, these were good moments, but hoping to see the really good stuff in the actual show.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we have on Twitter?
Well, we have Cam Bam says
That's
already
Cameron.
looks,
We met her.
Yeah, I
We
know
met her.
from Yes We Can.
Yes,
Already looks better than season 1. So, yeah.
there you go.
I mean, like, yeah, I think there are some really promising parts in it. So, Jeffrey says, this is at Yakko King, at Wacko King. It was a little better than the season 1 trailer, and I loved that they used Modern Major General as the trailer music. We didn't even mention that. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Modern Major General, or the very model of a cartoon individual for some online that I saw talking about it. Yeah, that was cool.
Beetle Isaac at Lotso 35890 says certainly looks supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though they don't show Slappy and Skippy. Fingers crossed they appear. Season 2 looks very promising. In a few words, I really enjoyed it. I'm guessing we won't see Skippy and Slappy.
Yeah, I would not hold my breath for that one. No, definitely not the second season, and I very unlikely to have. And okay, anything else on Twitter?
Rainstar Flower Droplet at Magna Giordana sent 58 hearts with bows on them.
58, you counted them?
Yeah.
Good job, Nathan.
So that was pretty good. I wonder what that signifies. And these last ones, I loved it. It's so dang good, and love it from VO Brandon William Spielberg at and Crab Ping. They both said. So, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so on Facebook, we had some pretty positive stuff in here as well. We had, Cecil T. King III said, while I am looking forward to this, I really miss the rest of the characters. Well, so do we, Cecil. Eric Halsky says, looks at least superior to the first one, minus the America line. May this be beyond decent and live up to Spielberg's praise. Eric Dwayne Murray says, can't wait to see what they have in store for us. I mean, I really enjoyed season 1, and I'm seasoned. I'll get a kick out of season 2. Oh, certain. Good old.
I'm seasoned.
I'm seasoned, and I'm ready, and I'm okay. And I'll get a kick out of season 2. Okay, and finally, Mike Russo. Of course, Mike did the Hello Nice Warners blog, which he was just he was saying because Tumblr, he put it up on Tumblr, and those pages are starting to disappear.
Oh no,
they were so good. Anyway, Mike says,
"Go there while you can,
folks.
Yeah,
archive those pages, I guess, if you can find them." Mike says, "Is it me, or is the animation choppier and stiffer than the first season?" And I didn't notice that the first time watching the trailer, but then I watched it again, and I could say, yeah, it did look a little like the audio sync wasn't really with the lips as much as it was in the first season.
And it can be hard to tell from, is that the trailer? Is that
exactly? They repurpose audio and put it here and there and stuff. But Eric Halsky said, yeah, it looks like that some of the frames didn't fully make it past the animatic, and which Mike says they scored a lot of brownie points with fans last season, so maybe they feel they don't have to try as hard. Looks like more of the same, only not as good.
Well, I'm still optimistic. All right, yeah, and then, we'll see. It could just be the trailer again.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to judge the trailer because it's not done by the people who necessarily create the show.
Yeah,
it's done by the media relations people over there. Put that together. And just a couple things on Instagram. We have woohoo with clapping from the funny guy 43 and a yes from Keanu Whiteley.
Always.
Or Whitley. So anyway, great comments. Looks like most people are pretty excited for it and everything like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. Only a couple weeks away from us, less than 2 weeks away. And then we're going to be going through each and every episode of the series. Good, bad, or in between. We'll be giving our thoughts on them. And we hope you guys all tune in to listen to us and give your thoughts as well as we go through. Feel free to give us your thoughts, on the trailer or just even on the episodes as they come by, and we'll try to share those thoughts on our episode reviews. So our email is animanicast@gmail.com, and feel free to send your thoughts in, and we'll archive them and put them on when it's time to put them on. Anyway, Nathan, any other quick thoughts on today's trailer?
Less than 2 weeks before the release.
Yes, that's right.
All episodes. Oh my gosh.
So exciting. So much work to do.
Yep.
So many episodes to record. And, okay, we'll get to it. But for right now, Nathan, let's go ahead and get to your contact information. Nathan, where can people reach you online?
Ooh, great question. On Twitter, DjangoFT. That's me.
All right. And as for the Animanicast, we're on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And of course, like I mentioned before, you can become a patron of our Patreon, patreon.com/Animanicast. That's where you go. And you can get things like, of course, bonus audio and creators commentary series, and even things like decals and signed retro Animaniacs trading cards from Tom Ruger. I got a bunch of them still to give away. The selection is going down, however, so if you want to get a really good card,
If you want your favorite one, yeah.
you got to get in there now. At any rate, we're also a proud member of the RetroZap podcast community, and you should head on over to retrozap.com, where you can see fantastic articles about everything pop culture, and including some fantastic podcasts as well. So head on over to retrozap.com or go to animanicast.com, and that'll take you directly to our RetroZap archives of all of our previous episodes. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcast player and leave a positive review on whatever you do it on. We appreciate it. Well, that'll do it for today's episode. So for Nathan and Kelly, who's not here, this is Joey saying good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
This podcast is not endorsed by Warner Brothers or Amblin Entertainment and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Animaniacs, Tiny Toon Adventures, Freakazoid, the Warner Brothers logo, all names, pictures, and sounds are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of the Animanicast unless otherwise indicated.